All hands on deck. 25 nautical idioms that sailed into English. Listen to this paragraph. After learning the ropes at my new job, I finally felt like smooth sailing. But my coworker is a real loose cannon who loves to rock the boat. Last week he tried to take the wind out of my sails during our presentation. I told him to pipe down. We need all hands on deck if we're going to weather this storm and not miss the boat on this opportunity. Any port in a storm, right? Every single idiom in the paragraph came from the world of sailing ships. But why does English have so many nautical idioms? Because for centuries Britain ruled the seas. The Royal Navy, merchant ships, and sailing culture dominated British life, and the language of sailors became the language of everyone. Before we start, 2 tips for remembering these idioms. 1. Link each one to its image. Use the visuals provided to help the idiom stick to. Use youglish.com. Search each idiom and notice the contexts where native speakers use it. Let's begin with idioms about people and workplace hierarchy. Life aboard a sailing ship was highly organized. Crews worked together under clear command. New sailors learned from experienced ones, and everyone had their role. Many of our everyday expressions about work, learning, and authority sailed right off these decks into our language. Learn the ropes. Know the ropes. Learn the ropes. Understand how to do a job as a beginner. Know the ropes. Be experienced. Understand the system. Origin. Sailing ships had hundreds of ropes, called lines, controlling the sails. New sailors literally had to learn which rope did what. Example sentences. It took me 3 months to learn the ropes at my new company. Don't worry, Sarah knows the ropes. She's been here 5 years. Common mistake. Don't say, learn the ropes about something. Just say, learn the ropes. For example, I'm still learning the ropes, not learning the ropes about my job. Show someone the ropes. To teach someone, train a new person. Related to learn the ropes. Example sentences. Can you show the new intern the ropes? My manager showed me the ropes when I first started. All hands on deck. Everyone needs to help. Emergency situation requiring everyone's effort. Origin, emergency call on ships. In sailing terminology, hands meant sailors. In a crisis, every crew member had to come to the deck to work. We have a deadline tomorrow. It's all hands on deck. When the store opens on Black Friday, it's all hands on deck. Pipe down. Be quiet. Stop talking. Informal can be rude and aggressive. Use it with friends or kids. Origin. The boatswain used a whistle, called a pipe, to give signals. Pipe down signaled the end of the day. Time for sailors to go below deck and be quiet. Example sentences. Hey, pipe down. I'm trying to concentrate. The teacher told the students to pipe down. Loose cannon. Unpredictable, dangerous person. Someone whose behavior causes problems. Origin. Cannons on warships were secured with ropes. If a cannon broke loose during battle or a storm, it could roll across the deck, crushing people and smashing through the ship's hull. Example sentences. We can't trust him with this project. He's a loose cannon. Her loose cannon behavior at the meeting embarrassed everyone. Take someone down a peg, or 2. Humble someone who's arrogant. Make someone less confident. Origin. The origin. Flags on ships were raised and lowered on a system of pegs. The higher the flag, the more important the signal, or the higher the rank being honored. Taking someone down a peg meant literally lowering their flag, and symbolically lowering their status. Example sentences. He was getting too arrogant, so the boss took him down a peg. That loss really brought them down a peg or 2. Now let's look at idioms related to weather and conditions at sea. Sailors lived at the mercy of wind and weather, and those experiences gave us expressions about both literal and metaphorical storms in our lives. Plain sailing, smooth sailing. Plain sailing, British. Smooth sailing, American. Easy, without problems. Origin, sailing in open water with good wind and no obstacles. Easy navigation. Note, plain comes from plain, flat, level area. Example sentences. Once we got past the technical issues, it was smooth sailing. The project should be plain sailing from here. Under the weather. Feeling sick or unwell. Origin. Sick sailors would go below deck, literally under the weather to recover. Specifically, they'd be under the weather bow, the side facing the wind. Example sentences. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. I think I'm catching a cold. She's been under the weather all week. Weather the storm. Survive a difficult period. Endure hardship until things improve. Origin. Ships that survived storms by staying afloat weathered them. Weather here is a verb meaning to survive, endure. Example sentences. The company weathered the storm of the 2008 recession. Our marriage weathered some difficult times, but we're stronger now. Batten down the hatches. Prepare for trouble. Get ready for something difficult. Origin. Before a storm, sailors secured the hatches, openings to below deck, with wooden strips called battens to keep water out. Example sentences. Batten down the hatches. The auditors are coming next week. When they announced layoffs, we battened down the hatches. 3 sheets to the wind. 3 sheets to the wind equals very drunk. Origin. Sheets equals ropes controlling sails. If 3 sheets came loose, the sails would flap wildly and the ship would wobble like a drunk person. Usage. Informal, humorous. Example sentences. By midnight, he was 3 sheets to the wind. She came home 3 sheets to the wind after the party. Any port in a storm. When desperate, you'll accept any help-hand solution, even imperfect ones. Origin. During a dangerous storm, sailors would head for any harbor they could find, even enemy ports. Example sentences. The hotel isn't great, but any port in a storm, we need somewhere to sleep. I don't love this job, but any port in a storm when you have bills to pay. Let's move to idioms about success and failure. Sailing was risky business. Sometimes you reached your destination wealthy, sometimes you ended up shipwrecked. These expressions capture those outcomes. In the doldrums. In a state of stagnation, feeling depressed or inactive. Origin. The doldrums is a real place, an area near the equator where there's often no wind. Ships could be stuck there for weeks. Example sentences. The economy has been in the doldrums for months. After the breakup, I was in the doldrums for weeks. High and dry, abandoned, left without help, stranded. Origin. When the tide went out, ships that had run aground would be left sitting on dry land, high above the water and dry. Example sentences. When the company went bankrupt, employees were left high and dry with no severance. My car broke down and left me high and dry on the highway. Run a tight ship. Manage very efficiently and with strict discipline. Origin. Well-run ships had tight, properly maintained ropes and rigging. Everything orderly and efficient. Always positive or neutral. Example sentences. Our new manager runs a tight ship. Everyone knows exactly what to do. He runs a tight ship at home with the kids. Scrape the barrel. Scraping the bottom of the barrel. Use the last worst resources. Accept very low quality because nothing better is available. Origin. Food on ships was stored in barrels. When supplies ran low, sailors scraped the bottom of the barrel to get the last bits of food, often moldy or spoiled. Example sentences. Hiring him. We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel now. These job candidates are terrible. We're scraping the barrel. Go by the board. Be abandoned, discarded, or lost. Fail. Origin. Board equals the side of the ship. When something went by the board, it went overboard and was lost at sea. Example sentences. When budget cuts came, the training program went by the board. All our plans went by the board when she got sick. Miss the boat. Lose an opportunity. Be too late. Origin. Literal. If you arrived late to the dock, your ship left without you. Example sentences. If you don't apply soon, you'll miss the boat on this job opportunity. I think we missed the boat on investing in that company. Finally, let's look at idioms about taking action and creating change. These expressions are about what you do, not just what happens to you. Rock the boat. Cause problems, disturb a stable situation. Origin. Literally rocking a boat side to side is dangerous and upsets everyone aboard. Usually used in negative. Don't rock the boat. Example sentences. I wanted to complain about the policy, but I didn't want to rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Everything's working fine as it is.
Take the wind out of someone's sails. Discourage someone. Deflate their enthusiasm or confidence. Origin. In naval battles, positioning your ship to block the wind from your opponent's sails would leave them powerless. Example sentences. His criticism really took the wind out of my sails. Getting rejected took the wind out of her sails, but she kept trying. Give a wide berth. Give someone something a wide berth. Stay away from, avoid, keep your distance. Origin, berth. Space needed for a ship to dock safely. Ships in harbor needed to give each other a wide berth to avoid collisions. Example sentences. That guy's always causing drama. I give him a wide berth. Give the construction site a wide berth when you're driving. Cut and run. Escape quickly. Abandon a situation. Origin. In emergencies, sailors would cut the anchor rope rather than waste time hauling it up, allowing for immediate escape. Example sentences. When the business started failing, he just cut and run. We could cut and run now, or stay and face the consequences. Show your true colors. Reveal your real character or intentions, especially when they're different from what you've been presenting. Origin. Pirate and military ships would sail under false flags, colors, to deceive enemies, then raise their true colors before attacking. Example sentences. He seemed nice at first, but he showed his true colors when things got difficult. She finally showed her true colors. She was never really our friend. Long shot. Something with a low probability of success, a risky attempt. Origin. Firing a cannon at long range had low accuracy. It was a long shot with little chance of hitting the target. Example sentences. Getting into Harvard is a long shot, but I'll apply anyway. It's a long shot, but maybe they'll reconsider. Clear the decks. Prepare for action by finishing current tasks. Remove obstacles. Origin. Before naval battles, crews would clear the decks of all unnecessary items, securing everything below deck so cannons could move freely and sailors could work without obstacles. Example sentences. Let's clear the decks before starting this new project. Finish everything we're working on now. I need to clear the decks this weekend so I can focus on the exam next week.